Joseph Smith for SecondsOut here with Amir Khan in Jeddah in Saudi Arabia ahead of his fight with Billy Dib this Friday. How are you feeling today?
I feel good, man. I feel good. You know, it's a couple of days away from the fight now. We're doing the last sharpening up sessions, just keeping loose, making the weight and stuff. But everything's fine. Everything's looking good, and just can't wait to get the fight done now.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, man, you're looking in great shape. So you're looking fighting fit.
No, I am. I'm almost there. Literally, I've been training very hard for this fight, and we started a training camp off in England. Came to Jeddah about 3 weeks ago. So everything's going really well here. Just it's all about making sure that we got the right game plan. Me and Bones Adam here are just gonna do a couple of training sessions now, just to kind of keep my body loose and sharp and thinking right. So yeah.
Yeah, no, good stuff. Well, I mean, first off, I just want to run through a few comments that Billy Dib has made ahead of the fight, just to see what your reaction is. But the first thing kind of seems ironic, considering that we're in like the melting heat of Saudi Arabia. But he actually said once he will ice you. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, look, he's gonna say a lot of things. We won't know till the fight is when we're both in the ring. Look, I respect him as a fighter. And taking his challenge, especially after Goya was in an accident and he had to pull out the fight. So respect to him there, but you know, it's not like he wasn't training. I mean, he was in training camp, training for another fight, so we end up just changing that for him, and he knows that, you know, it's a big prize. If he beats me, he goes on to bigger, better things. So yeah, I'm sure he's going to be ready. He's going to want to win. But all this about icing me and stuff like that, you know, we'll see on the night.
Well, he also said that you're only now fighting for money. How do you respond to that?
Really? He said that? A bit strange, really.
According to Danny Flexion back home, my eyes from the inside.
I don't know. I mean, look, never, nothing to do with the money side. I mean, look, I could walk away from the sport maybe a couple of fights ago and been very, very happy. So to be honest with you, it's got nothing to do with the money side of it. I just love the sport and I want to try new avenues out. Like obviously in Saudi Arabia now, when would I ever had the chance? See, I never want to leave the sport regretting something. I never did, and that's one of the reasons I'm here now and want to make sure that I do everything I want to do in the sport, and I can, you know, I'm fighting in Saudi Arabia where it's the holy country where I normally come to do my pilgrimages, and it's just nice to put a fight on here, and so people here know me and, you know, get to know what I'm all about. And I mean, it's just about me building my brand up, building my name up in countries like Saudi Arabia where they've never really had many boxing events. So to host a boxing event here and to be starring in it myself, I mean, something I've always wanted to do, you know, be a name globally.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, like you said at the Grand Arrivals yesterday, you know, you're giving the people of Jeddah an opportunity to see boxing, which is something they don't always get the chance.
I mean, it's getting maybe one day creating a champion out of here. Now, I own a boxing league as well where I'm going to start having young fighters from Saudi Arabia to get into boxing. I'm going to teach boxing in the schools. I've got academies. I've just done a big deal with the Fitness Times to open maybe 100 plus academies in Saudi Arabia. So, I mean, you know, it's more than just need the money. I mean, I'm doing things. I'm doing different things that, you know, no fighter's done before. You know, I'm hitting areas like this in the world where, you know, normally boxers will be like, oh, it's too much work, but I want to take a challenge on. And I want to prove a point here. I want to make a name here for myself.
So how do you compare Dib's kind of stepping up in weight when you did quite a similar thing with your fight against Canelo?
Look, I know physically when I went up to fight against Canelo, I had a full training camp, and you know, obviously I was still never strong enough. He was a bigger man, and obviously with Billy might think that he's a stronger guy at his weight. He is a smaller man, but I mean, you have to give him credit that he wants to come up a weight and fight me. So you still have to have your eye on the game. I can't take my mind off, you know, this fight. I know he's gonna come and fight, and I know where it can take him. Just like when I was fighting Canelo, I was beating Canelo till I was knocked out, you know. So I just have to make sure that it's not only going in there and just putting pressure on him or putting the power shots in. It's all about putting a good boxing match on and putting a good clinical finish on him. And boxing really well and showing the world that I've still got it in me, you know what I mean? Not only just going there to make numbers, I'm just going in there to win in good style and hopefully get him out.
Well, I guess you somewhat answered this one in a previous question where you mentioned about wanting to leave a legacy over here in Jeddah and that kind of being part of your overall career plan. But how many fights post this do you reckon you have kind of in you? And, you know, ideally, who do you reckon they would be against moving forward?
I mean, this is for the WBC international title, so it'll put me in the top rankings with the WBC. So then maybe one day fighting for a WBC title will be something big. I mean, look, the welterweight division's got some big names in there. You got the Manny Pacquiao's in there. You've got the Thurmans. You've got the Garcia rematch that can happen. Crawford. I mean, you got some big names in there. So I mean, look, these are fights that can happen. I mean, look, Crawford fight. I still feel that fight can still happen there because at the end of the day, Crawford. Okay, fine. He hit me with a low shot. I couldn't continue, but the fight was getting a little bit tasty at the time. You know. It's not like he was outboxing me. I was getting back in the game again. So I mean, that fight could be something I might want again. You know. So these are fights out there that I still want to be in. This is just a fight for me now to get back in the game again against Billy. Hopefully get past this fight. Not looking past it, but there are big fights after this fight.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much for your time, and we really wish you the best on Friday and moving forward.
I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.